We're back. Let's get right back into it. So, here we are. I realized before that this was maybe small, so I'll bump this up a little bit. And this to be that huge. Get over a little bit. Okay, so here's where we're at. Here's the design. Oops, that's the live site. Here's the design. So it's coming along. I think all we need to do on this page is to change the styling on these cards. Everything else looks pretty good. Also, I think I need more padding on main on desktop. So go into layout, and we'll say on desktop, I think here it'll probably give us an idea here. So main actually has 2 realms. Adding 2. Wait, what? Oh, the firm. Let's see. Oh, does it have a margin on it? Main. So where's this margin coming from? This? No. This? Oh, it's that. Yeah, so layout default. Take this out. We'll apply that to let's see. How did I do this? Okay, on desktop, the header has padding 2212 desktop. There you go. Padding the header. Oh. Right, that's the other thing. So for a flex layout, just make this whole thing token. But, yeah. So on this whole thing, space between. I actually want. So I have. When I do this, I do two things. So space between does this regardless, and then space between responsive. Let's see. Space between responsive, display flex, space between. So this actually. Yeah. Space between is always space between. Space between responsive is only space between desktop, right? Is that right? Oh, I have to change the code. So index, in base header, it's to be responsive. There we go. Good. And then on desktop, that. So then I also need some margin on this main. There it is. Margin 2 rem. 0 to rem. And you layout. In layout, main has a margin of 0 to rem. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. That's squared off. Looking good. Okay, now we just gotta fix these links. So I think we'll make a component. Call this cards. DOD card. So really don't need to do much anything here other than to say that inside of a DOD card, A should have color inherit, text decoration none, and then on hover, I'm fully aware that I could like nest this, but I like to not do that, just so that I can be a little bit more explicit about what this stuff does, because it basically compiles to that anyway, so. I don't know if this is necessary, but just to be sure. And then I have to load this inside of this. This is components, cards, Yerps. Oh, and then I have to put it inside of this. This is figure, class, DOD card. Oh, really? The card A is outside of the card. So I don't need this. Just delete this. We'll find another solution here. Here, I'll take this out. So probably like in typography. Class. Base. These here. Index, here we go. Let's take this off. Right. Let's try this. Typography. Say I don't want to do this. Let's do this. Color text. Inherit. No, sorry. Color inherit. Yeah. Then here, no, sorry, here. This needs a class of some kind. What? Making this complicated. Let's just do that. Ugh, I'm making this harder than it needs to be. I think I had it right the first time. If there's no class, I don't really want to have to apply a class here. I can avoid it. That doesn't look terrible, but not super excited about it. I am super excited about Ziggy though. He is cute. Okay. I kind of don't want this. Alright, we'll have to come up with some other affordance for links. This looks pretty good for now. Here's what the design looked like. Here's what the finished homepage looks like, or at least finished for now. On mobile, I want to adjust the padding. Space 16. Here it's 2. Yeah, that looks good. Not bad. Okay. So the other pages we have these individual dog pages. So close a bunch of these guys. Base. I think that's good to go. Alright. This is our index. That's good to go. So we have this whole styling with like very few classes. We only have this image wrap class on here and this heading class, and everything else is inherited. I didn't have to say like card title and card title, card image, card subtitle, right? I can just use these text classes and just let it do its thing. And then the layout, you know, that's like its own thing. So we'll close this guy and want to look at some of these other pages. So dog pages. This file basically goes through the data, the dogs.json, and creates individual pages for each dog, which is this page. So what we can do is start adding some styles in here. Class DOD heading 2. So let's make it heading 1, see what that looks like. Oh, that's too big. Aggressively big. And then let's give this some stack 32. Hello. Is that not a thing? Did I not make a spacing? Stack 32. Make a 24 and a 32 just to have all our spacing values covered. We might not use all of these, but have them available. There we go. I'm gonna want to add some additional padding. This. Why is this? Yeah, I want inner padding on this. Let's go to desktop. We just have that's margin. We want main to have padding 32. There we go. That's better. Then on smaller screens, it's a little bit narrower. Yeah, I like it. All right, boom, Emily. I think we want to do like a, I don't want this to be that big, so let's make it, and then I don't want this to be that long. So what we can do is dog pages. We can use, make a new flex layout, and we're actually not using space between, we're only using space between responsive. And we're not using that, but we can put that in here, space between responsive. We're gonna do, so we want to do a DOD flex row, and this is very similar, display flex. Actually want this to be flex row responsive, because it will stack on mobile. Flex row responsive. The idea here is that on small screens, this will be flex direction column. Let me actually apply this in the thing here. So try this. We'll do div on the image. Actually, we need a div on the image because it's already its own thing. But we actually want to do a div DOD flex row responsive. And so the two children of that will be this. And we'll just throw this in like an empty div, no class, not an empty div, but a div with no class. And then we'll DOD flex row responsive image div. So if you go to flex layout, flex row responsive, this is column, but on here, DOD flex row responsive will be flex direction row. And we'll say that the children, actually we'll say DOD flex item has a flex of 1. We'll go in here and give this class DOD flex item. And we'll also flex item. So basically this should make it 50-50. Nope. Okay. Flex what 0, 1. I think that's auto is the default. What am I doing wrong here? The flex 1 will do the trick. Here's the old, my old friend CSS tricks. Complete guide to Flexbox. Where's the here it is, flex. Second and third parameters are optional. Default is 0 and auto. But if you set it with a single number value, it's like 1, 0. Right. Recommended that uses shorthand property rather than set individual properties. So let's do this. DOD flex row responsive that are not the last child. We will margin right, say 16. Top, that'll match that. Oh. Because of this image wrap, or am I even using the image wrap container? I don't think I am. No, it's just the image. So reset images max width. Those things were stumped. Maybe try this. This might be good, but if I can close this in a div. Call this the flex item. This is gonna make me mad if this does what I want it to do. I don't know why that is, but there you have it. Dumb, but it works. So here's the bio. So we're gonna do stack 16. And that will be class heading 3. And let's see. Gotta figure out something with that link. Just to be like a normal link. Gino also has a whatchamacallit ME. So these other fields are optional. Diggy! So I think on this image, or at least on this container, we want stack 32 as well. Actually, let's say stack 16 on this guy. That face is just too much. Love it. Here's another good face. Yeah, there we go. I gotta do something with these links. This looks like a lot. Maybe I do want this to be NH1. See how that looks. We've flushed this out. Here. So here, like, we can give it an H2. Call it the class for H1. That's why separate. Let's see. 16. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. On bigger screens. Ooh, that's huge. It's okay. That looks okay. So another thing I can do, well, yeah, that's fine. I can live with this. Alright, so still with the links. Submit a dog. That's another one, which is going to be on this submit page. This is a class of DOD and 2. DOD stack 32. And let's give this an article. Class DOD article. Whole thing in the article. Sorry, article. Then we make a new component. Probably be in layout. Put it in layout. DOD article. We're just going to give this a max width, and we'll express this in characters. We'll make a token of it. This general area here. Article max width. And we'll say 60 characters. Let's see how that looks. Max width. Article max width. That's better. Let's go into submit. Styling this up. One thing I like to do is in spacing stack classes, like instead of adding a stack class to everything in a thing, right? We can do this is a thing I got from Andy Bell also. You can do DoD flow and then just say that every direct child of DoD flow has actually every DoD. We don't want the last. Do we want the last item? No. DoD flow, not last child. We want the bottom margin to be 16. Let's say 24. Spacing 24. So we go into submit, and on this article we can say DoD flow. Now it has a little bit of spacing, and so we could do that on the form as well. We'll get to the form in a second. Guidelines. Let's give this a class DoD stack 32. Can I unlock the front door? I'll be right back. I have to let my son in. Okay. Wait, not DoD stack. I want this to be DoD heading 3. That looks good. And then let's go into text, typography, and let's give, say, UL and OL. To do padding left 1 rem, sorry, not 1 rem, spacing 16, and let's say list item. Right. We actually want UL, not class. Actually, we already have this selector in reset. It is right here with a class. Oh, never mind. Keep that. Okay, UL not class and OL not class. So this is like an actual list and not something that is using a list but styled to look different. So we want the padding. Let's see if that still works. That still works. And then so we want li within there. And an L within an order list. We want li not last child. Want these to have a bottom margin. say spacing 4. Give it a little bit of breathing room there. It's a little better. Cool. Now in components, let's make another file. Call this forms. Add this to our CSS file here. Seem to have more component files than I have. Oh, cards, right. I don't need cards anymore because we didn't do anything with this. Delete that. Copy this. All this forms. Okay, and then within forms, we want to make DOD label. Say this is font weight 600. Oh, I actually have to dial it. Form name, label, class, DOD label. Apply this to all of these. I'm going to call this DOD button. Ooh, we might make a different button. Again, here on our form, we can add a class. Do that before the netlify attribute. So the netlify attribute, when you build this site on netlify will add all the stuff to make this form work. Nice, and the action is the redirect after you complete the form. So this is a different page. So submit a dog class DOD flow. Go. And on our forms, we want our label to be display block. And let's make a DOD input. So we want, let's make a new gray. I'm just going to steal this from the Fizz palette. And we're going to call this new gray gray 200. It's going to be for like borders. So let's go into tokens, add 200. And then I'm going to say add a textual token color border defaults. So this could be on an input, it could be on a card, and this is going to be gray 200. So then in forms, say that, let's go back to this so we can see it. Let's say we want this to be border. We'll do border with thin. I don't think we've done thin before. Just make that real quick. Border with thin. 1 pixel. You right? Okay, cool. With thin solid color border default. border radius. I probably hope if I added this class to those fields. Border radius. It's going to be border radius small. Go in here and we'll apply this to it. Here. Put on the text area as well. Still. Oopsie. There we go. Alright, so now we got our border. This thing some height. And we'll just say that the padding is spacing 8, spacing 16. Looks a little excessive. Let's try spacing 8 all the way around. I'm gonna take a screenshot. There we go. It's a little less hideous. And okay, let's say width is 100%. And here, the label, DoD label. I could apply bottom margin to the label, but we don't know how these are necessarily going to be used in different contexts. So just do DoD stack 4. So, instances of DoD label. Around I did. That's okay, I saved a little bit of time. There, now that's a little more comfortable. So dog's name, Gino, oops. Dog's photo, bio. It's super long. Yeah, that's good enough. And then on this text area, let's put a DoD stack on that. Names, age, likes, where you adopted them from. Owner's name, first and last name, unless you're a rock star like Gina. This doesn't needs no further introduction. Owner's URL, owner's title, add my pup. Okay, let's make a new button. We'll call this, go into buttons, do DoD button, secondary. And we'll say box shadow none. We'll do this class that looks like DoD button that has DoD button in it. Have all of these attributes. And DoD button secondary will override the box shadow. Maybe the color too. Let's button DoD button secondary. Bam. Oh, there's no hover state on the button. DoD button. Oopsie. DoD button hover is going to have a different background color. Background button highlights. There we go. And let's also do. I don't know why some people are opposed to this, but I like having a pointer on my button so that it. No, I don't know why. I just like it. Add my pup. Maybe we. Not too excited about this button color, but whatever. Dog's name, dog's photo, dog's bio, owner's name, owner's URL, owner's title. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't hate it. That's all that really matters. Let's reduce this. Make this like a 24. Just a little shorter. There we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, so let's take a look at success. It's going to be here. This is going to be what you see after the form. So we'll say that this is class. This should be h2. Class. DoD heading 2. DoD stack 24. Right, like that guy. Deal. Just put this in a DoD article. This DoD flow. Take me back to the dogs. Here we go. That's pretty much the whole site. Here's the home page. We have an individual dog page. Really should make this a H2. No, maybe that's not too bad. Okay, we'll keep it. I don't care. Keep it for now. We got the dog page. We got the submit a dog page. Our form. My pup takes you to success. Take me back to the dogs. That's it. That's the whole site. So, a couple things. I want some kind of affordance for when you hover a card. So I think we will have a card class just to do a couple things. Let's go to components, cards, add this to this. Okay. And then in here, we'll have a DoD card. And we'll say when the card is hovered, image should transform scale 1.05, we'll say. Scale 5%. Let's see what this looks like. Do anything. Let's see. Oh, I didn't put the class on the thing. Index. Figure. We'll have to put the figure on the wrapper. I'm sorry, the card on the wrapper. Yeah, there we go. We also want to give it some transition so it doesn't look so blocky. We'll say that this has a transition transform 0.2 seconds ease in out. So we could make this transition a token if we were using a lot of different transitions. There we go, that's better. And then we'll say that DOD card hover, text decoration none, color inherit, actually want DOD card, text decoration none, color inherit. Yeah. I mean, that might be enough. DOD card. We'll change the color to color. Sorry, I didn't prefix these with color. Well, textual ones. Color, text. Let's try text interactive highlight. Let's see how this looks. Probably gonna look stupid. Oh, that's not bad actually. I like that. Not bad, not bad. There we go. So we have our cards. All it does is when you hover the card, it scales the image, put a little transition on it, and it changes the text effect on hover. There you go. I think we want to do something with these links in the footer. About to sneeze. Also, thank you for your blessings. I think just out of sheer laziness in the layout to do this. We'll say a text decoration underline and text underline offset. Yeah. What did I do? What did I break? I definitely broke something. Not like that. What happened? Missing a offset default. Yeah. Here we go. Now we got some nice underlines here. Do that on hover. Let's do that on. Have some kind of hover effect here. I don't know if that's necessary since it's the footer. I'd love to do something with this header, but I don't know that it's necessary. I think this lacks contrast, so I think we want a button, a secondary button that has different colors for. Let's do this. For buttons, secondary, we're gonna say background color, Okay, add some new tokens. We have background button highlight, background button secondary, button secondary highlight. This looks obnoxious, but trust me. Because this all compiles to CSS, so you can make this as long as you want. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Better to be, in my opinion, it's better to be explicit about it than try and be clever and abbreviate shit. Color, background, button, secondary. This is hovered. To be secondary. Right. Oh, and we also want the color. The color to be color text inverse. This seems really dark. That's like too dark. I don't want to take any more Provi colors. Let's go to color names. And let's look at our blue colors. And let's something like steel blue. See how this, see if the contrast on this is right. Looks like color, contrast, checker. So let's just do this. 4.1. Go this way. There we go. That looks a little subdued. And color names. Let's try royal blue. Maybe this medium slate blue. That's cool. 15. There we go. Try this. Say call this purple 600. That in here. Alright, yeah, purple 600. I'm gonna get rid of blue 800. preferences here. Text interactive. All this 600. I don't think we're using this in that way. I don't even know if we're using text interactive, to be honest. Say button secondary is blue. Sorry, purple 600. I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Where are we at? Oh, my laundry's done. Add my pup. Maybe we. Oh, here's more purple. Like a pink. Pretty out of control here. Let's see. Let's try it though. Now we're just getting out of control. Weird. That's not bad. I like that. Leave this default required thing. And because we're on the submit a dog page, I have it conditionally loading or not loading that button. I'm thinking this is pretty good. Submit. Success. SECCESS success. Oh yes, I need some link treatment here. Let's do typography. No, type. I put article. Did I put that in layout? Kind of fucked myself there. DOD article A. I want this to be color text color text interactive. Yeah. And then let's make this text decoration underline, text underline offset default. Then on hover, I feel kind of dirty about putting this inside of layout. Color text interactive highlight. We don't actually have text decoration highlight color. Tokens, Oh, I see. I have it set to the same thing. So blue, try purple, 600. Magenta. Yeah. Sexy. Let's see on success. Let's also make this, let's make this bold. Bam. All right, so that's pretty much it. There's a lot of stuff we can do with image optimization and stuff like that. Let's see. Here's our output. Let's commit this. We'll push this to the site. Git add. Git commit. Add design system. And then we push that. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, right. Git pull. Oh boy. Don't make me do it. QA. Oh no. Now Rocket is interfering with my shit. Control C. QA exclamation point. Here we go. Git status. Git push. Okay, I think we got it. GitHub is just a nightmare. It's a great tool, but kind of a pain in the ass. Nice thing about working on CSS frameworks is typically I'm the only one working on it, so there's not a lot of like conflicts. As opposed to like working in the code base with the rest of the teams. Ooh, I kind of like that. That looks pretty cool, actually. I'm not mad at it. Alrighty, so let's go to here. Here's our site, our live site previously, and then we refresh. And there we go. Shit is live. Shit is live. Dogsof.dev is live and open for business. You can submit a dog. So currently that process is manual. I'll test this out. Dog's name. My old pal CJ. Let's find a good CJ picture. Instagram, Peruvian Idol. And we're gonna have to dip back into the archives here. Find a CJ picture because he passed away about 5 years ago now. Been 5 years, maybe 4 years. We got Gino about, yeah, it must be 4 years because we got Gino a little bit later. Gino, getting close. Oh, there's my CJ. Oh, God, I miss him. He was the best. The best pup. Okay, so let's click on this. Select this and this guy here. Pop that there. Save image as CJ JPEG. Oh, actually I didn't need to do that because I'm not actually going to put CJ on the site. I just want this link for purposes of testing this form. But I got carried away. So there's the link. CJ is the best. My name, my URL, my title, my pup, success, take me back to the dogs. Go into app.netlify.com, bring up our site, go to forms, submit a dog, CJ. CJ, here's the URL, here's his bio. I could basically take this and go into my dogs.json and add his information here, and that will generate pages, a page for him on here. I need to figure out a way. My next step is to automate this, so I could basically just like click this. I guess there's no approve button. But to have some kind of interface where it shows me the submissions and I can approve or reject them, and then approving it would just add it to that JSON file and populate the site, because I don't want to do this manually. I think at some point, you know, this is going to be a thing that like a lot of people are into for like a week, and then I never get submissions. So I don't know. Might not even be worth it. This could be sufficient. So dogsof.dev, good to go. Let me check my links here. My personal site. This is 11d.dev. This is netlify.com. This is the Dottie's font, which I fucking love. Amazing. And Kyle's personal site, who's the designer of the font. That works as well. Look at all this cool shit. I mean, just mad skills. Incredible. I'll buy some of this stuff. Did I put a HTTP on that? I don't even know. Let me double check. That would be in my base file at the footer. There we go. Let me check that on here. See, these are the kinds of things to check when you're doing your thing. So there it is, HTTPS. So that is secure. Good. Boom. And then last but not least, contribute on GitHub. This takes you to the repo, so you could conceivably do a pull request and add your own dog to the you could add your own dog to dogs.json. Feel free, that would be cool. So there it is. There's the site. So that was like, I had this idea a couple days ago. I banged out this design last night, and we basically made a design system in about 3 hours based on the design, and applied that to the code that I had already done for the site this afternoon. And we have a website in like basically less than 24 hours, maybe a little bit more, but you know, I was caring for a baby in between there, so what do you want from me? So that's, in a nutshell, that's how I make design systems and CSS frameworks to support design systems. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to try and cut this together into a YouTube video or something like that at some point. And we'll do more stuff like this later when I'm inspired to make these weekend projects. We will do cats of dev, babies of dev. These are potential ideas. Not a big cat person, but I could see there be cats of dev would be popular. Certainly babies of dev. I mean, look at all these baby pictures. Got babies for days. Look at this guy. I can't believe it. It's just the cutest. I mean, look at this. Those cheeks. The delight. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of this, and I'll catch you later. Bye.